What's up, guys? In this video, I'm going to help you try to hold your trades. Now, recently, I have been in a trade. It was USD. No, it wasn't. It was NZD, Canadian dollar, right? So NCAD. And I was in it for 24 days. Now, I know a lot of you are going to freak out about that. What? 24 days? How can you hold a trade that long? And it took me a long time to get to this place, right? It took me a long time to just, as I say to my students, trust the process, understand that you don't control the outcome, and it's fine hearing these things, but truly believing it, truly understanding probabilities, truly understanding and believing 100% in your edge. If you have any doubts about any of those steps that I've mentioned, it's going to be extremely difficult for you to hold trades for a long period of time. Now, I mentioned in my Facebook group, again, the link for that is down below, like what do you struggle with? Do you struggle with, I don't know, entries? Do you struggle with holding trades? Do you struggle with letting your trades play out, etc.? Like a bunch of different struggles, and I put a poll out, and one of them was holding trades, like trusting the process. Like they found it very difficult to let their winners run. Now, I know that's such a cliche sort of saying, and I hate this saying too, but it's if you don't understand your edge, then you're going to pay attention to the negative results that are being printed out. For example, let me explain. So when you have fear, right, you let the fear take over, what happens to you in your sight? It narrows. So let's say you're in a buy, because you're fearful of losing money, you're going to pay extra close attention to the down ticks, right? So any candle that closes negatively, that's going to affect you because your fear is saying, oh my God, it's reversing on me, I just want to take the money off the table. However, if you trust your process and you look at it from, I don't care what happens, I'm just going to trust the process, I have zero control of the outcome. Because again, you don't. You have zero control of the outcome. You have no idea who's going to come in, at what time, with what agenda, with what lot size, and completely negate the outcome of your trade. You have zero control over that. No matter how much technical analysis you do, you're just going to have to get over it because you cannot control the outcome, right? So you need to understand the process. So you need to have a full understanding of your edge and full understanding and 100% belief in probabilities. Now, as I said before, a lot of people say this as lip service. They don't fully believe it. They haven't delved deep enough into their soul, into their mind, and been brutally honest with their performances lately. Have they done enough back testing? Have they done enough forward testing? Have they done enough research into what are the actual probabilities of your edge playing out? Right? I trade daily, hence why that took 24 days to play out. That's many weekends, right, of holding that trade. You'll say, oh, what about the swap fees? Doesn't matter. Swap fees as a percentage of what I have to pay to take the trade is negligent. It's like, it doesn't affect me at all, right? Commissions doesn't affect me. I've traded high time frames, right? So when people worry about swap fees and commissions, it's just a cost of doing business. So whatever it is, I don't care. I'm still left with the majority of the chunk. But that being said, that is the issue with most people not being able to hold trades, right? So how can I help you do that? And I think the only way for me to do that is for, one, you need to be brutally honest with yourself. Two, you need to go back through your journal. If you haven't done it yet, start. And you need to have 100%, I'd say at least 25 trade sample size. And then you need to calculate how often does your trade play out. Forward test this as well. Don't back test it, forward test it. So it's in time, right? Regardless of how long it takes you to get those 25 trades, it could take you 3 months like me, or it could take you 3 days or 3 weeks, depending on what time frame you trade. If you have a job, I do recommend trading the higher time frame, 4 hour and above. But if you don't believe in your own system, that is the reason why you can't hold your trades. So if you're not holding your trades now, it's because you don't believe, one, in yourself, or two, in your system. You either don't trust yourself to let the trade play out, so you close it early, thinking it's a win, but when you lose, the numbers don't make sense. So for example, let's say I have a 50% win ratio on my edge, and I go for a 1 to 2, right? I know if I win 10, lose 10, I'm going to make 10%. So I can comfortably lose trades knowing that over a series of trades, my edge plays out. Right? It's proven time and time again. So I have the belief burnt into my brain that I don't care about this outcome because this one trade does not affect me. Over a series of trades, I know I am profitable. So what most people do when they start a challenge or a prop firm is they really shit themselves because it's like, okay, no, it's the first trade, I've lost it, it's doom and gloom from here on. Then the next trade they try and like trail their stop losses too close, too fast, too quickly, going against the actual plan of maybe just letting the trade play out and don't move your stop loss, and then they get taken out early and they realize the day after, oh, actually if I didn't do that I would have hit TP, but because my emotions got the better of me, I didn't just trust the process and let the trade play out and let the price or market do what the market does. Right, so all of these things come in and then they get in your brain, and then you get really angry with yourself and you start beating yourself up, hating it, wanting to punch the screen, throw the laptop out the window, whatever. And it all comes down to fear, right? The fear of being wrong, the fear of losing money, and you not fully understanding and believing 100% in your edge, and not understanding the reality of probabilities. A lot of people get probabilities, but they don't understand or fully accept the outcome of probabilities, and they don't fully accept that they have zero control of the outcome. People want control. People want to know for a certainty that this is going to happen next, and in the markets that's just not the case. You do not have that power over the markets. You cannot say, oh, I bought now, so that means it has to hit this point. No, it doesn't. Again, fully understanding your edge, understanding what the market does, what you're doing. Are you a trend trader? Are you a reversal trader? You need to have all of this mapped out. This all needs to be in your trading plan. This all needs to be in your journal. You should have boom, take your trade, right? It needs to be, and do not deviate from those rules. Do not think, oh, because I lost the last 3 trades, that means the next one's going to lose. No, because it's a complete unique event. I haven't met a trader yet that struggles taking the 4th trade after losing the first 3, right? And I know I'm sort of spitting out these things, but hopefully it's kicking in, hopefully it's making sense. And this is the reason why you are not being able to hold your trades. Like, I could hold my trades, right, for 24 days. So that is because I trust and believe in probabilities, right? I fully understand it to my core. I know that I'm trading with the higher time frames. I know I'm on the daily and it's in line with the weekly. So I trust that the river is going this way. So I'm going to go that way. And along the way, it may go forwards and backs, forwards and back, forwards and back, forwards and back, forwards and back. But I know I'm going with the trend. So if I was fearful and let's say, oh, I had a really nice uptick today, and in the next 2 days it retraces 2 or 3 days and I'm back in drawdown and I'm staying in drawdown. Maybe I'm in drawdown for a week. Maybe I'm in drawdown for 2 weeks. You know, you're going to start to think, I just want the results. I just want to pass this phase 1 ASAP. And again, you don't control the speed of how the market moves, when it moves, etc. So I feel like that is the biggest problem with most people's brains is, especially when you're in a funded environment and you want to pass quickly so you can get a certain outcome quicker. Again, you just need to let that go and just fall in love with the process of trading rather than the outcome of trading. Again, it's an outcome that you can't control, so don't focus on the outcome, focus on the process. And I think that's the best advice I can give you guys. So if that helped you out, let me know. If you want mentorship from me, then join your Facebook group, DM me, and I'll be able to help you out. But yeah. And anyway, guys, if you haven't taken advantage of my free content, it's crushing. People are passing phase 1s for my free content from my last YouTube video alone. All right, so take advantage of that, and I'll see you on the next one.